Hello to all my healthcare friends, healthcare supply chain workers out there. Angelique here. I am back. I actually was out of the country for 3.5 weeks. I went to Croatia, go visit some friends and family there, and had a magnificent time. Amazing, beautiful place to go visit Croatia if you ever have the time. Beautiful, beautiful water, beautiful country, beautiful historical buildings, amazing food. The islands are just an incredible place to go explore. So when you have some time, please go check out Croatia. It was incredible. But with that said, hey, I don't leave on vacation without usually always thinking about work, whether I'm checking email. I know it's a horrible habit, but also thinking about healthcare supply chain and, wondering what other countries are doing, right? So had some time to chat with family over there that had amazing thoughts and opinions and brainstorming about healthcare just in general. And it kind of made me, inspired me to do this video today. So here I am, thinking about healthcare in Croatia. Croatia is one of the countries around the world. There's many of them that are under socialism healthcare, right? So thinking about what does that mean, Angelique? So under socialism, if you think about it, healthcare is like usually provided as a universal public service of some sort. It's funded through taxation. It's administrated by the government. And obviously the goal is just to ensure that everybody, all citizens, have access to comprehensive medical care, regardless of their ability to pay, right? So prices for healthcare in socialism are set up by the government, not by market forces. So obviously a little bit different, right? Here in the US, right, we are a capitalist health system. So healthcare is predominantly provided by private companies, private organizations, usually. Access to healthcare is often tied to employment of some sort. We all work, so we all get like some kind of the benefit of a health insurance plan, right? Um, or the ability to pay for private insurance if you can, right? Out there, you have access to private health insurance. Prices for healthcare services are determined by obviously the market, and individuals may have to pay out of pocket for costs of treatment. And then the profit motive plays a larger role, obviously, in our USA capitalist models, right? So if you think of advantages of both, advantages of socialist healthcare system, obviously universal coverage, lower out-of-pocket costs for patient, focus on preventative care, potential downsides, longer wait times, less choices in providers, potentially like lower innovation, especially like if you're getting into like third world country or even second world. I look at Croatia and their health system. It seemed pretty solid, it seemed pretty good, but their hospitals are not new and fancy and shiny as they are here in the USA. And that's a huge difference, but people like obviously still get care. In the capitalist healthcare system, obviously you get more choice, shorter wait times, faster medical care, um, you know, faster medical innovation. Obviously, we have a lot of vendor sales representatives roaming around with the latest and greatest of technology and robotics and lasers and these things, right? But that also results a lot of time in unequal access to care, lower income populations having limited options. And then obviously, if you think about, you could debate both, right? I mean, some countries are employing hybrid models that incorporate elements of both socialist and capitalist healthcare models, and that's great. But then I sit and I think, because I'm healthcare supply chain, so how does this affect healthcare supply chain? So if I'm in like a socialism healthcare world, how am I contracting for, procuring, choosing clinical value analysis, right, in a socialist world? Because you are just given a flat cost and you have to meet that price for that standard of care, right? So It's not as flexible. It may be the cheaper item usually that drives a choice in clinical value analysis. Um, Not always quality outcomes or patient outcomes may not drive clinical value analysis, and that might be a thing because they can't afford it. Um, and then I look at the USA and how we manage healthcare supply chain. And are we always making the right choices, right? In the clinical value analysis world today, we try to look at like quadruple aim, right? So patient satisfaction, provider satisfaction, quality outcomes, cost, right? So there's usually a triple or a quadruple aim that we're looking at. But do we truly always take a look at cost? And over the last couple of years through the pandemic and a lot of health systems across the country still in the red, and struggling to get out of the red, but also reimbursement going down, insurance companies really having that control over reimbursement and what that looks like. And health systems are struggling a bit across the country financially. What does that look like for them? And staying in that capitalist healthcare system model, is that always the best financially, not just for the health system who possibly now is financially struggling, but also for our patient, right? So I don't have an opinion either way that one model is better than the other. I'm not trying to, start an argument or throw an opinion out there. But I do think that as healthcare workers in general, we just need to be thinking about it, right? And how we make decisions and what this governance of decision making looks like. And do we have executive steering committees over supplies and services decision making? I just think that it's something that we all should be aware of. We should understand it. We should be able to speak fluently to it. And you know what? You should form an opinion about it, and have something to say about it, I feel. And I think that's important. But anyway, enough about that. Go see Croatia if you have the means to. It is a beautiful, beautiful country. And I think that you would extremely enjoy how beautiful it is, because I did. And I'm glad to be back, glad to be hanging out with all of you. And in the upcoming weeks, I'm going to do some hangouts with a bunch of you, and I'll see you guys all soon. All right. Bye, everybody.